Hello and welcome to this another video. Here I will introduce you with the Zbrush so that you can understand the basics of it and follow along the tutorial. So this window is called Lightbox, where you will find all those projects provided by Pixologic. So I'm opening this dynamic sphere by double clicking it and it will load up and you can directly start sculpting here. As you can see, I can start sculpting here. And if you want to rotate an object, simply drag on the viewport outside the object and you can rotate the object. So left to right and top to bottom. If you want to pan it, simply click Alt and then drag. And if you want to zoom in, zoom out, then while panning, release the Alt. Alright. Same commands you can follow from here. So you can actually move the object, you can zoom in, zoom out, and you can rotate. So you want to snap this to one angle, so you can simply press Shift and then drag, so it will snap to the 90-degree of the angle. So with the one click you can actually snap to the side view, and another drag you can snap it to the front view. So while pressing Shift and dragging, I will be able to snap on any angle I want. This icon represents the silhouette of the whole character. So like if I want to add a snake head here, and you can see automatically updates the object silhouette. So this comes very handy when you are creating any creature or any character. So it just helps to judge the creature, that how does it look like. And this side is a brush panel. So basically here you find all the details, all the parameters that you can use to change the brush. So here I'm using the standard brush that actually adds the information. And if you don't want to add the information, instead of pulling, you want to push inside, so you simply press Alt and it will reverse the effect. Instead of pulling out the information, it will start pushing the geometry. Right, this is the stroke method. So you can actually change these methods and it will have its own effect. So if I click on spray, then you can see the brush is reacting differently. So by applying various methods on the stroke, you can actually get a very unique results by using the same brush. Here is the alpha panel, so you can select an alpha. I'm clicking on alpha and now I can paint it. So I'm going to increase this resolution. And you can see now my brush stroke clearly shows the stars that I have selected in the alpha. This creates a very good pattern. Now if I don't want to put it in this way, let's say I want to spread it up, so all the stars should be spread up. So I have selected the spray tool. So what actually it does, it sprays the alpha with the various size and various dimension, various opacity. If I select color spray, so actually it changes the intensity of alpha. So with one stroke, you can see some stars looks quite very light, so that you can see very small geometry has been affected, but at some point some star alpha has been very prominent. And this is the material panel. So basically by clicking here, you can simply select all other materials and it will immediately show the effect. Okay, and from here you can select any color and it will preview the color. So I'm going to the default settings, and if on the top side you see some options, so basically this is the edit mode. So any object you can sculpt any detail on any character or creature only when edit mode is active. So let's say if I turn this mode off, so what will happen, it will switch to 2.5D mode, right? So I need to click on this and switch. So what will happen now, instead of I'm adding the details on an object, it starts putting the object on the canvas. So the reason, because this is now turned into 2.5D mode. Okay, so if that happens, so first click on Control N to clear the canvas and then press edit. So you will get the object, and now you can actually add the details. All right, now here you can actually, this mode should be active all the time, unless you won't be able to sculpt the details. And this is mRGB, it's a material and RGB mode. So when you poly paint, so you can add the material detail and color detail both together. We have here this Z add is active. So I'm just opening another sphere so that to make it more understandable here. So when Z add is active, so it will pull the information like this. But when Z sub is active, it will do the reverse. It will start pushing that geometry inside. And you can switch from Z add to Z sub by pressing Alt. All right. One more thing is, sometimes what happens while zooming, you sometimes lost the object. You can't find, you keep zooming out. So if this situation comes, click on the frame and it will just frame the object, and you will be start doing the sculpting again. And this is the floor mode. So this, you can see this grid, and you can turn it off by clicking on it, floor. And this is the polyframe mode. So what actually does, it shows the wireframe mode, that about how your geometry and your mesh flow is going around. So it doesn't be visible here because it's a quite dense object, but it comes very handy when you are working with a low poly object and then adding the details. This is the transparency mode, and to see how does it work, you need to add something here. So on the right side, this is a tool panel where you can see all the tools, and this is the subtool panel that actually quite similar like a layer panel in Photoshop. If you want to add any object, simply click on append and you can add any other object, and it will be spawned on the center. And from here actually you can make it move. All right, and this transparency mode, so when you click on it, so what actually does, the layer the layer is selected here, it will turn all other objects, all other layers into transparent images. So you can see I can simply move it here and I can see through it. All right. So if you want to add any object, simply click on append and go down. You can actually do a lot of actions here. So you can actually split an object, you can merge, you can do boolean. So a lot of operations are there that actually I'm going to cover in the coming videos. So for now, this is the basics that you need to remember, and this should be more than enough for you to follow the tutorial and get the best result so far. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video.